Welcome to today's podcast. In this episode, we'll hear the story of someone who has faced some of the darkest moments of their life, not just dealing with the challenge of reintegrating into society, but also overcoming the judgment and skepticism from the very community they live in. This is the story of a person who rebuilt their life after a criminal record, starting from scratch, learning a new trade, and earning an honest living. If you're feeling stuck in the past, or worried about starting over from scratch, this story will inspire you and show you that change is not only possible, but something you can absolutely achieve. After prison, the reality of freedom. When I walked out of prison, freedom didn't feel anything like I imagined. Stepping out of those prison gates, all I had was a set of old clothes, a little spare change, and a fragile hope. All I knew was that the world out there wasn't what I had expected. I had no friends, no family, and above all, I felt like I was left behind. Every day I faced stigma and skeptical looks from others. I watched people go to work, go to school, and live their lives, while I stood outside, unsure of what to do next. When you have a criminal record, it feels like every door is closed to you. No matter how talented you are, no matter how capable, you're still judged by your past. I realized I couldn't keep living like this. I couldn't keep wandering the streets with temporary jobs and no future. I started thinking about finding a new job, a new trade. But how could I find an opportunity when I didn't even believe in myself? The decision to learn a new trade. After weeks of struggling, I realized that if I wanted to turn my life around, I needed to learn a new skill. Not just to make a living, but to rebuild my sense of self-worth. I understood that no one would give me a chance unless I took action and worked to change. At first, I didn't know what trade to learn. I didn't have a degree or special skills, but I knew I needed a trade that would allow me to earn an income right away. After some research, I decided to learn welding, a technical skill that didn't require a high degree, but was in demand in the job market. Learning a trade wasn't easy. I didn't have enough money to pay for tuition, and many times, I had to juggle between school and temporary jobs to make ends meet. But I understood that if I didn't invest in myself, I'd be stuck in this endless cycle with no way out. It was a tough time. A part of me wanted to give up, to go back to my old life because it was so hard and exhausting. But another part of me pushed me to keep going. I couldn't let my life be defined by the mistakes of my past. The struggle in learning a new trade. Learning a trade wasn't just about learning theories or technical skills, it was also a huge psychological battle. I remember those early days when I sat in class feeling like I was the only one who didn't understand anything, like I had missed out on so much in life. People around me could pick things up easily, while I had to work twice, even 3 times as hard just to grasp the basics. Every evening, after class, I had to work at a small company to cover my living expenses. I remember staying up late, studying after work, balancing both just to survive and keep my hopes alive. Honestly, there were times when I felt like I had no energy left. But I knew that if I stopped, if I gave up, I'd never get another chance. I told myself that no matter what, I couldn't fail again. I had made so many mistakes in the past, and I didn't want to make another one. Getting certified and starting over. Finally, after months of hardship, I graduated and earned my welding certification. The feeling when I held that certificate in my hand was indescribable. It felt like a door had opened, offering me a chance to start over. After completing the course, I started applying for jobs. But the harsh reality was that having a criminal record made things incredibly difficult. Every application I submitted was rejected. Employers didn't trust me. Those rejections pushed me closer to returning to my old life, where hope was scarce. But I didn't give up. I kept searching, kept submitting applications, and refused to let myself stop. After months of frustration, I finally found a small construction company that hired me. My job was to work under the supervision of experienced welders, and gradually, I became more independent in my work. Every day at the company was a new challenge, but I kept learning, kept improving myself. Slowly, I not only gained a stable job, but also earned the respect of my colleagues and bosses. I knew that without persistence and believing in myself, I would never have gotten this opportunity. Every step forward was a reward for my relentless efforts. The lesson from my story. My story isn't just for those in situations like mine. It's a reminder to all of us that no matter what we've done in the past, no matter how many mistakes we've made, we can change. I know you might feel like you don't have a chance, like you're not worthy of a better life. But remember, everything can change if you're determined and don't give up. Everyone can start over, and so can you. Opportunities don't always come easily, but as long as you don't quit, they will come. Believe in yourself, keep learning, and don't be afraid of challenges. You can change, you can start over. Thank you for listening to my story. I hope that my story has inspired you and helped you realize that no matter the difficulties, no matter your past, you can change and build a new life. Stay persistent, don't give up, and always believe you deserve a bright future.